Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. In case you're wondering where Dorian is this morning, well, he's moving up along the west shores of Newfoundland, and just looking at some of these observations, Heath Point is west northwest at 36, gusting to 51. Stephenville is a wind there is south southwest at 48 miles per hour, gusting to 62. And then you go up a little bit further north on the coast. Daniels Harbor is south southeast at 17, gusting to 35. And we have Chevry in Quebec is east at 16, gusting to 26. So the actual center is somewhere in here and moving away to the northeast. Still producing some wind gusts of 70, 80 miles an hour. You can see on the red numbers here, we've got gusts of 62, 51, 48, 35, 54. And we still are seeing some rather gusty winds over Nova Scotia. We, on the other hand, are in a post-Dorian existence here, and you can see the upper flow from Dorian is on up near in northern New England and on up into southeastern Canada, and that's driving a bit of a shortwave trough to the east, bringing with it some clouds that we have around this morning. Now, some places have some breaks in the cloud cover, particularly southern New Jersey down into southernmost Pennsylvania and Maryland, and also when you go up north into parts of upstate New York and central New England. So there's this kind of needle being threaded in between where we've got these clouds to deal with. But it really shouldn't be anything worse than that. There are no showers that are showing up on the regional radar in much of the Northeast. A little patch up there in Maine, and looks like maybe a little bit of a patch there in southern Delaware for one reason or another. That's probably just false radar returns. So moving along for the week ahead, we don't really see any major issues this week. It's a matter of this continued pattern that we've been in, where the jet stream pulls up into Canada and you get into a little bit of a ridge, and then you watch it drop down again to get a little trough and a cold front through. So it looks like we're going to be going into a ridge position here for much of this week. We do have a weather system that's going to come through on Wednesday with maybe a cold front and a couple of showers Wednesday night. That's really the only major thing that I see going forward. The rest of the week looks relatively calm and quiet. Maybe another weak front will approach on Saturday. The overall trend in the weather pattern is for this upper high to build a little bit out in the Atlantic. Now, that's going to be important for two reasons. One is it's going to keep things dry and on the warm side here, depending on how strong that upper high is. It's also going to create a sort of a brick wall for tropical systems to, as they develop, or if they develop, to move west or west-northwest. There's not going to be any opportunity out here for anything to recurve and stay offshore. So we're going to have to pay attention to the tropics in the next couple of weeks with the pattern, with the upper high in this position and as strong as it's going to be. At the moment, we really don't have anything of consequence to worry about. So on the short range maps, as we look at where we're going, it is a quiet Sunday. Let's call it variable clouds or cloudy to partly sunny. Weak cold front comes through. We get a high that builds to the north. The next 2 days, it's about a cool high and an onshore flow with temperatures in the 70s. We're going to warm up Wednesday into the 80s, and there's that chance that there could be maybe a shower or a storm. But late Wednesday night, this front looks weak, and then it's a weak onshore flow again for the latter part of next week. Not so much Thursday. I think Thursday could still be a bit on the warm side. There's a secondary front here that is coming through for Thursday, so we'll have to wait for that to go by. And then Friday and Saturday, we have another front that'll be approaching, and maybe a chance for showers at some point next weekend. And of course, with that big upper high, you're going to get tropical moisture coming in off the southeast coast. So we'll be seeing if that eventually winds up pushing northward in the longer term. But I'm not really too concerned at this point. So highs today in the 70s. The clouds holding temperatures down. Monday, it's about clouds and a northeast wind. The temperatures are going to be lower. Most highs tomorrow will be in the range of 70 to 75 from northeastern Maryland on up into southern New England. And Tuesday will be mostly in the 70s. You're going to start to see some 80-degree readings pop up in parts of Maryland and Virginia, down in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. Wednesday's the really warm day. We'll be in the low to mid 80s just about everywhere, and even a few 90-degree readings popping up down near Washington, D.C. and in northeastern Virginia. Thursday, still going to hang on to the 80s to maybe near 90 in points south, and then it'll cool off again as we head into Friday and Saturday. So from a sky condition standpoint, cloudy to partly sunny today. Let's call it partly sunny for tomorrow and Tuesday. Clouds and sun for Wednesday, a chance for a shower or thunderstorm Wednesday night. And then after that, looks like sun and clouds for Thursday, and then clouds and sun to finish off the week on Friday. Typical September weather, which is usually on the calm and relatively quiet side. So, got a break in the tropics. It's a Sunday. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow right here on Weather in 5.